Shravan is a beautiful nakshatra. The most beautiful quality of Shravan is the quality of being a good disciple. There is a difference between a disciple and a student. Once there was a great master and he had become old, and one of his followers asked him, "How did you meet your master?" And the great master said, "I went in search of him, and at the foothills of Himalayas, I found him. And there were many people who used to come to seek his blessings. I went, I saw him, and at that moment I realized that he is my master." But the master didn't pay any attention to me. For the next 2 years, I continued to stay there and I continued to serve him in some way or the other. I used to sweep the floors. I used to cook the food. I used to do many things that are possible. But he never talked with me. He never looked at me. And then one afternoon, when I was sweeping the floors, for the first time, he looked at me. Just one look, and there was so much love in his eyes. And that one look was enough for me to stay for the next 2 years. And the next 2 years, the same thing happened. Many people used to come, he used to talk with them, but he never used to talk with me. And then again, one evening, as I was seated beneath the tree, he looked at me and he smiled. And that smile was so sweet that it touched my heart. I was totally moved inside out. And that made me stay for the next 2 more years. And the next 2 years, I continued to serve him. And then one night, when I was about to sleep, he came, he kissed on my forehead, and he said, "Beta, it is time. You are ready." That was it. And he said to me that you are ready. It is time for you to live. I couldn't control myself. I started crying. And the master said, "Why you cry? I am with you." And that is how I left the master. The master said, "You don't worry. No matter where you are, I am with you." So this is how it happened. Just 3 times. After first 2 years, he looked at me. After the next 2 years, he looked at me and he gave a smile. And after the next 2 years, he came, he kissed on my forehead, and he said, "You are ready." And if he has said it, then I must be ready. And that is how I started with my journey. The great master, who had become now old, remembered his master, and his eyes became wet. Tears started flowing from his eyes. That is how the love of a disciple is. And that is what the quality that Shravana Nakshatra possesses. No student can wait for 2 years just for one look. No student can wait for 4 years just for one smile. And no student can wait for 6 long years to get the final message. But a disciple can. A disciple can wait for eternity. That is the beauty of being a disciple. And that is the beauty of Shravana Nakshatra.